Hello, once again, and welcome back to a rewind edition, if you will, of Philly Sports Spotlight, as we replay some of the stories that have helped get us started in the early stages of our show. Now, 2013, the NBA All-Star ballots, they were released recently, and the Philadelphia 76ers were fortunate enough to have 4 players of their squad on that card. Those players were forward Thaddeus Young, guard Drew Holiday, and centers Spencer Hawes and Andrew Bynum, despite the fact that Bynum has yet to even play a game since being traded to Philadelphia from L.A. It just seems like the big fella continues to suffer one setback after another, the latest coming apparently as a result of a bowling outing in which Bynum claims to have injured his good knee. Now, you should know that what Andrew has is actually a chronic arthritic condition and not an actual injury, so the prognosis for recovery is somewhat sketchy. All I can say is stay tuned, because this, my friends, could take a while. Now, one Sixer who has not disappointed to date is guard Drew Holiday. You see, at the start of the season, the team made a move to ink their point guard to a long-term situation. And as Joby Smith tells us, the organization so far getting a good return on their investment.
The Philadelphia 76ers select Drew Holiday from UCLA.
Back in 2009, Philly basketball fans watched a solid foundation being built for the future with the 17th overall pick in the NBA draft. Some of the North Hollywood, California native strengths previously on display at UCLA, great ball handling and creating off the dribble with a quick first step, and there were other obvious transferable skills for a potential successful pro career.
After signing that 4-year, $41 million deal back on opening night, Drew Holiday took control of this Sixer team, and it's truly the gift that keeps on giving.
How about the maturation process for you in this season, coming off a little bit of a disappointment last year? Obviously, you came out the gates real hot.
Again, this year, I think we're still trying to figure things out. I know I'm trying to figure things out. New team, new players, and a new role for me.
Do you feel you've been more efficient distributing the basketball this season?
Yeah, but I think I've also hiked up the turnovers too.
Talk about Drew's energy and the way he started this season, especially after he signed that deal on opening night.
Oh, he's been playing great. He's still learning, still young guard, but he's got the potential out of this world.
As a point guard, is he able to keep all you guys happy?
Yeah, he's been doing a good, solid job.
Sixers coach Doug Collins has a lot of faith and confidence in his floor leader. Through the first 6 matchups of the season, Holiday averaged 18 points and 9.5 assists per game, but there are still higher expectations.
I just think right now he has a lot of responsibility. So Drew has a lot of responsibility now to be our #1 quarterback. With that goes a lot of growth.
The ball is in my hands a lot. Again, I don't think that should be, that's not an excuse. You know what I'm saying? I like to have the ball in my hands, but I really don't like making them turnovers. It's pretty draining.
You look a lot more relaxed out there, man, and you're stroking real good from outside and getting into the lane a lot more.
Yeah, maybe I need to tighten up a little bit, keep those turnovers down. But I mean, again, I like having the ball in my hands. It's comfortable.
Holiday, by the way, currently the Sixers' leading scorer, averaging just under 19 points and 9 assists a game. Meanwhile, just up the turnpike a bit and across the bridge or through the tunnel, however you decide to get to New York City, the Knicks off to a decent start, thanks in part to an all-star starting lineup and a deep bench, a bench that includes former Philadelphia high school standout Rasheed Wallace.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. She sticks it all glass as time runs out. Knicks head coach Mike Woodson coaxed 38-year-old Rasheed Wallace out of his 2-year retirement, and the Philly native looks to bring that old-school post play and veteran leadership back to the NBA.
I know I'm not the #1 guy here, and I'm willing to accept my role. With me being a veteran player, I know what my role would be.
Hey, Jason, I just wanted to ask you a little bit about Rasheed as a veteran yourself and what he brings to the team.
Well, he's won a championship, so he knows what it takes to win. A guy who can stretch the defense, understands the game, has a high IQ basketball-wise, and so in that sense, he makes the game easy, and he's a great teammate. And so we're excited to have him on our side, and we can't wait for him to get out there.
Love his energy on the bench, huh?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's a true professional. He's a great teammate, and so he's just trying to show the younger guys that you don't have to play to have an impact. and he was, talking and helping guys out.
Got to be exciting to have this guy next to you, a veteran who's been there and done that, and obviously brings a lot of energy to this team.
Without a doubt, Rasheed is a tremendous talent, great defender, great offensive player, really knows how to play the game, and definitely need him out there on the floor, and he's really going to help us this year.
A healthy dose of daily conditioning and drills during the preseason are helping to get Rasheed up to speed and in playing shape.
And Rasheed will still come in and work, and be time to get him some action in terms of banging around a little bit and see where he goes from there. And then we'll evaluate him after Friday and see how he feels. And hopefully he can continue to climb and get where we need him to be.
I just talked to Coach Woodson. He said he loves your progress that you're making.
Just work. It's nothing new. It's nothing that I'm new to. Hard work. So just doing what I got to do.
Wallace won an NBA title in 2004 while Woodson was an assistant with the Pistons, but he never forgets about his early days at Simon Gratz High School in Philadelphia.
You still got Philly in your heart, huh?
I'm a native, thoroughbred, born and raised.
And if you recognize the voice, that, of course, was once again my good buddy Joe B. Smith. Now, if you know your NBA, then you also know that Rasheed has a reputation of being a bit of a hothead, and as a result is currently the league's all-time leader in technical fouls with 300. Okay, folks, we are going to take a quick break, but when we return, a look at the rise in popularity of youth fencing.